the Russians are blocking the Black Sea. And you know that Ukraine has harvested tons. In fact, they have 15 to 20 tons of grain, whether it be wheat or sunflower oil and others that's very important as far as food, and they can't get out.
Congressman, you met with President Joe Biden Tuesday evening, and you just concluded a trip with Nancy Pelosi, House Speaker, to Ukraine. Was this a report on your just concluded trip?
Yeah, we wanted to let the president know that we had a very good meeting with President Zelensky, as well as our stop in Poland, and to give a report on the issues of which were primary our dialogue and conversation. They being, for example, one of the most important things was dealing with hunger, because what was taking place or is taking place in Ukraine is that the Russians are blocking the Black Sea. And you know that Ukraine has harvested tons. In fact, they have 15 to 20 tons of grain, whether it be wheat or sunflower oil and others that's very important as far as food, that they can't get out. Odessa is mine. And if we don't get that grain out, it could create a starvation, particularly on the continent of Africa, in Central and South America. You'll find that the cost of bread and other food products will go up even here in America and around the world. So, one of the reasons why, we focused on that is, and I want individuals to know that, we're all interconnected now, even with reference to our food sources and things that we don't, that we take for granted.
So what's interesting also in the wheat production, Ukraine is the major, I guess, wheat producer in the world. And we knew that it was going to affect us as far as prices with our goods in stores. But to hear that now it could cause more of a problem with famine in Africa, especially at a time where the World Food Organization is saying that they just can't meet the demand right now with all the crises around the world. Talk to me, can we drill down a little bit more on that?
Russia produces certain grains also, so that's all going to be lost in what generally would go out. And we've got to find other mechanisms to try to make up for the lack or the loss of the grains that are not going to be able to be shipped to different various parts of the world. So this is why it's urgent for us to do what we can. Why in Congress yesterday we passed some $40 billion in regards to the crisis in Ukraine. Thanks to Barbara Lee, who's the subcommittee chair on foreign ops. We looked at it because we added money to what the president had requested for humanitarian concerns and interests, which we think is tremendously important. I think Barbara said something like $5 billion additional dollars just for humanitarian causes, and to try to figure out how do we work collectively to prevent the kind of starvation that could happen if we don't do something sooner rather than later.
We have way too much free content over here at The Grio. Stream a world with free entertainment, lifestyle, and news content. Celebrating Black excellence 24/7. Download The Grio now. It's free. The Grio.